interference is over, right? So now, Young's double slit. We have studied the basic principles of interference in the previous class, and now we'll study about Young's double slit experiment. Okay. So Young's double slit experiment. To observe the same interference phenomena, what do we know? What do we need? Interference occurs when the sources are coherent sources, right?
Yes.
For coherent sources, frequency should be same, and also there should be a constant phase difference at a given point, right?
Yes.
Okay. So there should be a coherent sources, and frequency should be same and should have a constant phase difference, right?
Yes.
So now, how can we create this coherent sources? But generally in light sources, it's not possible to create two waves of two sources having exactly same frequency. But what we will do, one source only we'll take and make it as two sources. So the one source frequency will be same, right, at any point. That means the two sources
Yes.
will also be having the same frequency, right?
Yes.
So it's here what we'll do. We'll take here one light ray, one light source, which is having one frequency. That light source will wavefronts will be forming slowly, and all. So then this S1, this acts as source 1, this acts as source 2, two different sources which are having the same frequency. I told you coherent sources, they should have same frequency, and their interference is observed on the screen. On the screen, you can observe they will have a fixed path reference, right? Suppose you can say this has traveled some x distance, this also x distance, this has traveled some s1p distance, this has traveled some s2p distance. So there the path is x plus s1p, here the path is x plus s2p. That means there is a fixed path reference between both of them, right? If we subtract the length.
Yes.
Then if you know the fixed path length, there is a fixed phase difference also, right? That means phase difference is equal to path 2 pi by lambda into path reference.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? So phase difference is equal to 2 pi by lambda into path reference, right?
Yes.
So now, what I want to say is, so then constant phase difference also will be maintained or not, because they're having a constant path reference at that point. Again, another mistake people will do, or students, or sometimes when I used to learn, I used to do. The path reference here and the path reference here might be different. The phase difference here and the phase difference here might be different. But the phase difference at this point will remain same. It will not change with time. The phase difference at this point will not change with time. Are you getting my point? So at every point, the phase.
Sir, but both those points would have different phase.
Different phase different.
Okay.
So, this is having different path length. Here also this will be having different path length. So path difference, then different phase difference. But this phase difference remain constant.
Okay.
For a period of time. You got this? Constant phase difference means it's not that everywhere they will have the same phase difference. It's not the way. Okay. Because some of my students in the first time asked when I explained them. Now that doubt you might also have, right?
Yes.
So that the point is, here just what it repeats is whatever the interference pattern concept we have studied: maximum, minimum, what is the maximum amplitude, what is the maximum intensity, what is the minimum amplitude, what is the minimum intensity. So at this point, how much all those concepts here just they'll clubbed in this experiment. So here two sources are there, right? They've traveled a distance. So what they will do, the distance between these two slits is taken as small d. The distance between this screen, this source on the screen is taken as capital D. Now, from this is the center, this is the center, and here it is opposite center exactly between the two sources. Now, if you say this is nothing but the path reference between, because this x and x are same. If I take this, both are actually, because if I draw a perpendicular, we can consider this both are having same distance right here,
Yes.
right? I get the getting this. See, if this both are
Yes.
same, only difference is this one or not, path reference.
Yes. Yes.
This is the extra path that is traveled by this S2, right? Why am I taking this general P point? I want to create such a point where maxima is observed or minima is observed. For maxima observation, you want to have a difference of phase difference as 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, and everything. For minima, if you want to get, you will get pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, and everything. That is, for maxima, it is 0, lambda, 2 lambda, 3 lambda. That should be the path reference. For minima, that is lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2. These are the path references. Okay. So I want to create
Yes.
I want to write the phase path reference. After writing the path reference, I can easily mention the phase difference. Got it? Okay.
Yes.
So from the diagram, if I say if this is theta, this will become d sin theta, right? Delta x can be written as d sin theta or not? Because this is 90 degrees perpendicular. I drop hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is nothing but d. This is the opposite side, right? S2 some m, right? The opposite side by hypotenuse is equal to sin theta. Then opposite side is equal to d sin theta or not?
Yes.
So now, if this is theta, this is also theta, right? If you have doubt, you see, this is 90 degrees, right? This is theta, means this will become 90 minus theta.
Yes.
This is 90 minus theta. This will become theta or not?
Yes.
Did you understand or not? Do you have any doubt? I'm drawing this triangle. You take. This is 90. This is theta. This is 90 minus theta, right?
Yes.
If this is 90 minus theta, this is entirely 90 because the angle is 90, right? So then this will become 90, theta, right? This one.
Yes.
So from this triangle, what is tan theta? Tan theta is y, that is the distance from the center point to the P point on the screen, the vertical distance from the center to the P point on the screen. Got it? The tan theta can be
Yes.
written as opposite side by adjacent side or not? That is y by d.
Okay.
This is the two important parts of the derivation. It's over. It's completed after this. Why? D sin theta. I know theta is small, means if I theta is small, can I write this as sin theta is equal to tan theta in physics? You remember?
Yes.
So can I equate this now? Delta x is equal to d sin theta. Instead of sin theta, can I write this as y by d or not?
Yes.
Now carefully observe. Are you clear with this entire page?
Yes.
Is this, you got clarity for the first time or you having clarity previously?
First time.
You did not listen to it at all in your class.
Sir, formula alone I mean, sir.
So you understood now why did I take first thing delta x is d sin theta? Why did I take this path reference?
Yes.
This is the extra path traveled by this ray. These both are having same traveling distance when I draw the perpendicular, right? Extra path is d sin theta from the diagram. Then that another diagram, another triangle, if I take the tan theta is coming to be y by d. Got it? I want to relate both of them.
Yes, sir.
So now can I write this as d into sin theta can be written as tan theta is y by d or not? Delta x.
Yes.
But what we know, delta x is equal to 0, lambda, 2 lambda, 3 lambda for what? Constructive interference.
Yes, sir.
The delta x is equal to, sorry, delta phi is equal to 0, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, sorry, not 3 pi, 0,
4
2
pi,
pi,
yes.
4 pi, so on, for destructive interference, right? Sorry, for constructive interference.
Constructive,
Okay,
yes.
so can I write this as d into y by d is equal to 0 or n lambda, and starts from 0 to, right? because 0 means first central bright fringe. 1 means first bright. Matlab after central bright, first bright. 2 means second bright. 3 means third bright. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So can I write this one or not for constructive interference? So that means, so y is equal to n lambda capital D by small d. It's very important. That means on a screen, if you want to get bright fringes, if you keep n is equal to 0, you will get a distance 0, total 0. That means exactly at the central point, which is having a 0th bright fringe. If you keep n is equal to 1, you will get as y1 is equal to 1 lambda d by d. That means lambda d by d. So that is the distance from center. You take lambda d by d, you will get another bright fringe. Got it? So if you keep
Got it.
2, you will get it as 2 lambda d by d. You will get the second bright fringe from the center. Got it? Bright, bright, bright. Got it? So now
So there is also something called zero bright fringe.
0 means central bright fringe. Okay.
Okay.
And is equal to 0. It's which is at the center. The bright will be there, then dark will be there, then bright, dark, dark. So like that, there will be a continuous consecutive, and everyone's intensity will be same here. So 2 lambda d by d. So now y2, like that, n lambda d by d is the value you will write for constructive interference and also bright fringe. Okay.
Okay.
So now y is so what is the okay, what is the sorry. Here it's an important let us first go for the destructive interference also. Shall we go?
Yes, sir.
So the same thing, destructive interference means what? D into path reference should be how much? 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. N is equal to 1, you keep, you will get it as 2 minus 1 lambda by 2. That is first destructive interference. 3 lambda by 2 will become second. N is equal to 2, you keep, 2 to the 4 minus 1, 3 lambda by 2. That is the second dark you will see. Got it? You will get it
Yes,
as y is equal to 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2 into capital D by small d. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So now coming to, carefully observe, this n is equal, here n starts from 1, 2, 3, so on. That means you will get first dark, second dark, third dark, like that. Are you getting this? So now coming to
Yes, sir.
fringe width. It's a 5-star formula in exam, neat kind of exams. There's a high chance of getting fringe width. That means bright width, bright to bright, bright, like this it will be there, right? Between there will be dark, dark, dark. So now first bright to second bright, the width will be called as fringe width. Okay.
Yes.
Like that, first dark to second dark, the width will be fringe width. Either you can find out the distance between two consecutive brights, or either you can find out the distance between two consecutive darks. So what you will get the fringe width. Consecutive brights, consecutive darks. So either of the way you will get the fringe width.
Sir, can you repeat again?
So bright is there, dark is there, bright is there, dark is there. So bright to bright, the distance is called as fringe.
Okay.
You'll see a fringe right here.
Yes.
That is called as fringe width. The length is called as nothing but fringe width. Dark to dark also it is a fringe width only. Like how example you will say wavelength can be measured from crust to crust, right? Matlab,
Yes, sir.
or otherwise trough to trough, right? You will get the
Yes, sir.
wavelength like that only. Bright to bright, if you find out the distance, that is the fringe width. Bright fringe is there. Got it?
Yes.
I'll tell you how it is there. There will be this kind of bright right here, this zone. You carefully
Yes.
see. You carefully see here. There it will be dark right here. So I'm taking bright, dark. So now again bright, right? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Now carefully observe. From here to here, if we take, that will be the entire width or not?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, from here to here, dark between. This will be the width or not? Fringe width.
Yes, sir.
That means dark endpoint, you carefully see here. Dark endpoint to bright endpoint, if you take, that will be fringe width or not?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, bright midpoint to bright midpoint will be the fringe width or not? Are you getting what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
So that means fringe width is nothing but the distance between two consecutive brights is called as fringe width. Or otherwise, the distance between two consecutive darks is also called as fringe width. Did you understand or are you having any doubt?
Understood.
So now, how it's a 5-star formula you will going to get. In 2 ways also you can solve. What is this? So y n plus 1, that means n plus 1th bright minus nth bright. If you take, you will get the fringe width or not?
Yes, sir.
That means n plus 1 lambda d by d minus n lambda d by d. What will you get? Lambda d by small d or not? This is called as
Yes, sir.
fringe with beta. Matlab in some textbook there might be some other denotions. So I'm here calling it as beta. This is called as fringe width. Did you understand? Similarly, if you multiply here also, you will get the same value. Shall I solve here? N is equal to 2 you keep. For suppose what will you get here? 2 to the 4, 4 minus 1, 3 lambda d by 2d, right? N is equal to 1 you keep, you will get as 2 1 2, 2 minus 1. That means what will you get? Lambda d by 2d, right?
Yes, sir.
N plus 1 minus n. That means some nth dark plus n plus 1th dark. Distance between them I'm finding out. Here what it is? Second dark and first dark I'm taking. Okay. Second dark is what? 2 substitute value. 2 to the 4, 4 minus 1, 3. 3 lambda d by 2d, right? First dark
Yes.
means what? 2 1 2, 2 minus 1. 1 lambda d by 2d. Subtract both of them. 2d if you take 3 lambda d minus lambda d. This is 2 lambda d or not? 2 2 gets
Yes.
cancelled. Again you got the lambda d by small d or not?
Yes, sir.
So this is called as fringe width. In any way you can get it. Okay. This formula is quite important. Okay. Then there is term called angular fringe width. What is this? Angular fringe width is nothing but, suppose a bright is there here. Okay. This bright is there. This is the width, right? Consecutive brights between, distance between two consecutive brights is called as fringe width or not? This y.
Yes, sir.
Some x distance I'm taking, p distance. This angle made here at this screen, at this between one, is called as, at this point, both are meeting at one point, right? So
Yes.
this is called as angular fringe width. Okay.
Yes.
Here what we will do, we'll make an approximation. If this alpha is very small, can I consider this this as a length of the arc or not?
Okay, sir.
You see carefully, when arc is there, if this theta is very small, very small, this look like a straight line or not? Tell me. That straight line can
Yes,
be
sir.
considered as the length of the arc or not?
Yes, sir.
Now here, can I say P is equal to alpha into radius? Radius is nothing but what here? This is the radius or not? Capital D here. Distance from the slits screen to the main screen is capital D or not?
Yes, sir.
So can I consider it as the length of the arc P is equal to alpha into capital D or not?
Yes.
Then alpha can be written as P by D or not? What is P here? Fringe width or not? Linear fringe width. matlab in terms of length. Distance between bright
Okay,
and
sir.
bright. What is that distance between bright and bright? That will be lambda capital D by small d and divided by capital D or not?
Yes.
So capital D cancel. Then angular fringe width is nothing but lambda by small d.
Okay.
Okay. So make this. Hope this is clear for you.
Yes, sir.
No. Shall I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
No. Here, a small concept will be there. If any one of the screens in between, if you keep a thin slit means some other refractive index material you want to keep. Then in this, when the light is passing through this slit width, there will be a change in the optical path. So there will be a shift in the fringes as well, because generally what we did directly geometrically, we have calculated the distance traveled by from S1, distance traveled from S2. But if there is some material that is kept in between, the light will slow down in that material, right? Or speed up depending upon which refractive index you kept.
Yes, sir.
So when light is speeding up or slowing down, the length traveled will be different or not?
Yes, sir.
And the number of waves traveling will be different or not? Path travel will be different.
Yes, sir. It will be different.
Then the path reference, what you have imagined previously, that path reference will change or not?
Yes, sir.
That's why we will consider a concept called here. What is this?
Optical path.
Optical path. So what does optical path say is, if you can remember, as far as NEET is concerned, if a light ray is traveling in a thin slab of refractive index mu, the optical path travel and thickness T, the optical path is traveled is mu T. For your natural eye, for world, it will be thickness T only, but for light, it will be mu T path is a traveled path. Okay.
Okay.
You can remember it. Okay. So if it is mu T,
Okay.
now carefully shall I solve it?
Yes.
Now this same situation scenario, S1, S2, I kept a slit here. Now, actually in geometry wise, center will have maximum, right? Bright, because they're having equal distance traveled or equal path. That means path reference will be 0. But will it happen or not? It will not happen now, right? Here the path travel will be more right now.
Yes, sir.
So at the center, this path, the S1 travel distance will be more than S2 distance traveled, right?
Yes, sir. It will be more.
So to decrease this S1 distance, to make it equal to S2P distance, so there will be a shift in the central right from here to some other point. Got it?
Okay.
So when the shift happens, this distance will become more, both of them will become equal. Got it?
Okay.
So shall we find out where the central bright will be shifted if a thin film of thickness T having refractive index mu is introduced in front of one of the slits? Did you understand the line? What will happen to central bright fringe? It will shift. In which direction it will shift? In the direction such that both of their paths will be equal. So here, because slit is kept in front of the first source, the distance travel will increase in the first source. So it will shift in such a way that first source length will be less, matlab geometrical length, because optical path is increasing more, right? So it will shift in the upward direction here, so that S1P distance will be small S2P distance will be high, but S1P distance, including the optical path, will become equal to the S2P distance. Got it or not?
Got it.
So now, so coming to what is S2P here? S2P should be equal to S1P. So now tell me, what is the distance traveled by this S1 to P? Shall I tell? Very interesting. Geometrically, what we are
Yes.
writing, it was S1P we are writing or not?
Yes, sir.
But now the distance will be, carefully I'll tell here. Suppose there is a distance called S1 to P point. I'm just drawing that line here in a straight line. You kept a slit in between. Now, what is the optical path traveled here? Tell me. Mu t, right?
Yes.
So what should I do? Suppose if the entire distance is S1P, I should S1P minus thickness, because that mic, whatever the refractive index material you are keeping there, that much thickness I am removing. That means the remaining distance I'll get or not? That entire geometrical distance minus this thickness. Forget about this.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Did you get this point? I will get the remaining
Yes, sir.
distance
Got
or
it.
not? Now,
Yes, sir.
instead of this path, thickness plate, how much distance it is traveling optical path? Mu t, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand how did I write this?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir. Understood.
total distance, geometrical distance minus that thickness plate is the remaining distance, plus instead of this thickness plate, how much distance it is traveling? Mu t distance. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So can I
Okay.
write this as S1P plus mu minus 1 into t or not? The distance traveled here.
Okay.
Tell me. So
Yes.
both of the distance should be equal or not for central bright fringe?
Yes, sir.
Look, central bright fringe means what? Both paths should be equal. The way of finding it. So this is S2P. No thickness is there. No plate is there now. Can I write this as S2P plus that should be equal to S1P plus mu minus 1 into t or not? The path traveled by the from S1 source.
Yes, sir.
For central bright, both should be equal, right? So then can
Yes,
I write
sir.
this as S2P is equal to S1P plus mu minus 1 into t. Then S2P minus S1P is equal to mu minus 1 into t. But one thing you remember, geometrically, S2P minus S1P outside normally. What is this distance? We have calculated as d into small y by d or not?
Yes, sir.
That path reference is nothing but d sin theta. D sin theta can be written as d tan theta. D tan theta can be written as d into y by d, right? Is
Yes,
equal to,
sir.
what did we get? Mu minus 1 into t or not?
Yes.
So can I write y as mu minus 1 into t into capital D by small d? Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
So this is nothing but the shift of the central bright fringe, distance of shift of the central bright fringe. This much distance it has gone up. Did you understand the concept and derivation here?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
This is quite important formula. The distance shifted by the central bright fringe is mu minus 1 into t into capital D by small d. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now coming to
Sir,
the
can you show the previous page once more? Okay, sir.
okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So now coming to okay. Did you write this?
Just a minute, sir. Yes, sir. Done. Sir.
Okay. So now distance of shift to the central bright fringe from the center. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So now there will be question asked, the distance of the shift to the center, how much distance the central bright fringe is shifted now by keeping this thin film of refractive index of thickness T and mu. Okay. But questions might be asked, how many fringes it shifted? How many brights it got shifted? How many fringes it got shifted? This one also will be asked. Number of fringes displaced. Question can be, how many fringes got displaced? That means central is going for some distance, means all the brights will displaced or not? Central will be not
Yes,
now
sir.
here.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
How many fringes will be displaced? This is another kind of question. What will you do? The distance by fringe width, if you make, you will understand now how many fringes it will displace. So this is 100 rupees is there. Each mango cost is 20 rupees. How many mangoes you can buy? Simple, right?
Yes, sir.
So simply how much distance it got displaced? This one, mu minus 1 into T into capital D by small d. So how many fringes it got displaced means divided by fringe width you will make it. Got it?
Okay, sir.
That means what will I do? Y by beta. Got it? That will be,
Yes, sir.
beta is how much? Mu minus 1 into T into capital D by small d divided by beta is how much? Lambda into
Lambda D
capital D by small d. Small d cancel, capital D cancel. The answer will be mu minus 1 into T by lambda is the fringes displaced, number of fringes displaced. This is another important term. Are you getting this everything? Naturally, it's so flowy. Got it or not?
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Now just take the, now the points will be just in this way. If in front of slit 1 also there is a thin film, and in front of slit 2 also there is a thin film, or mu1 of refractive index and here mu2, like that they might give, right? At that time, what is the
Yes.
shift? Previously, what did you do? What did you do here previously? D by D into, what is the distance we got it? D by D into this one, the distance, D by D into mu minus 1 into T, right?
Yes, sir.
D by D into mu minus 1 into T is the previous situation. Because here mu2 we are considering it as 1 only, right? Air we considered, right?
Yes.
Now here what you will write it as D by D of mu1 minus mu2 into T. Got it? If two slits are kept here, this is the distance shifted by the central bright fringe. Distance shifted by the central bright fringe. Now number of fringes shifted means again divided by beta. What will you do? Lambda D by D. So what will you get here?
Mu2 minus mu1 minus mu2 into T by lambda.
Into T by lambda. Got it?
Yes, sir.
If mu1 is higher, the shift will be upwards. If mu2 is higher, the shift will be downwards. Got it? Simple.
Okay.
Number of fringes shifted. I hope you got this. You make it as note points as well.
Okay.
So now this is the end interference concept, equations that you need to know, most important equations and all. So the
Okay.
point is, here only they will ask you different kinds of questions. They will ask you one wavelength is there, for that first bright is here, and they say another wavelength of light is used. Here third bright is coming. What will you do? This for this wavelength formula, lambda d by small d, you will take it as first bright. And for next wavelength one formula, you will take it as 3 lambda d by d, third bright. Both are you equate. Then you will get whatever the question they are asking. Sometimes they will ask you, fifth dark here is matching with seventh bright here. So fifth dark formula for this lambda, seventh bright formula for that lambda. You equate, you get the formula. They will say this much my thin film is introduced of refractive index mu in front of slit one. So now the central bright fringe is shifted. How much distance the central bright fringe is shifted? They might ask you that question. And they will ask you how many fringes have been shifted, that might of questions. So these kind of, the entire setup is brought into another refractive index mu. So these kind of questions can be asked just based on the equations that I
Sir, if dark fringe is used, 2 and minus 1 formula is used. And when bright fringe is asked, just n lambda. d
and
by
lambda
d.
d by d. But there you see
Okay.
2n minus 1 into lambda d by 2d you will get.
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Got it, sir.
You can see this question. And a thin transparent
Yes.
plate of thickness T and refractive index mu is placed in the path of one of the two interfering beam of light. Then path reference between two waves at this position, central maxima is. I told you central maxima will be, what is this? Then the path reference between two waves at the position central maxima is. Central maxima will be shifted, I told you, right? Here.
Yes, sir.
So what will be the path reference at the central maxima? That only that, which one, wait. You carefully see. S1P, S2P. These distances are equal only. What did we get? Because of keeping this thin film, S2P minus S1P is equal to what did we get?
Mu minus 1 into t.
Mu minus 1 into T, right?
Yes, sir.
So then, is this the path difference or not? At the central maximum, mu
Yes,
minus
sir.
1 into T.
Yes.
This is extra path got created because of it. Nothing. This is nothing but S2P. Wait, carefully see. S2P is S2P only. And S1P, this distance is actually, for your eye, it is S1P only. But for actual optical eye, it will be S1P plus mu minus 1 into T. Got it?
Okay.
So then difference will be what? Both of them difference. This will be S2P minus S1P minus mu minus 1 into T, right?
Yes, sir.
But the point is S2P, S1P geometrically both are equal, right? That means it will be 0.
Yes, sir.
If it is
Okay.
0, it will become mu minus 1 into T, right? That is the difference.
Yes.
Did you understand?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay.
Question number 8, sir.
Okay, shall we go? Go. And a thin transparent plate of thickness T and refractive index mu is placed in the path of one of the two interfering beam of light. Then path reference between two waves at the position. Wait,
So we did this question.
what is this? Same question came again.
Yes, sir.
Is this the question?
Yes, sir.
In a YDSC, how many maxima can be obtained? What is this? Obtained on the screen, excluding central maxima. Oh, okay.